Let's talk about a Hollywood story so wild it makes reality TV look tame. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Depp, Captain Jack Sparrow, scarf enthusiast. Heard, talented actress, activist, and soon half of a headline-grabbing relationship. Their romance wasn't just a love story, it was a blockbuster drama with plot twists, courtroom showdowns, and public opinion wars. Instead of a cute Hollywood couple, we got a relationship that started quirky and ended in a global courtroom spectacle. It raised questions about fame, abuse, and the power of social media to shape a narrative before the facts were clear. Buckle up. We're unpacking the dizzying highs, terrifying lows, and the courtroom drama that had everyone picking sides. Our story begins on a film set, amidst the controlled chaos of movie making. The year is 2009, and the air is thick with anticipation. The Rum Diary, 2009. A film adaptation of Hunter S. Thompson's novel, a project close to Johnny Depp's heart. This movie would unknowingly become the backdrop for a real-life drama, a romance that would captivate and eventually shock the world. Depp, already a superstar, a household name synonymous with box office success and eccentric characters, meets Heard, a rising actress, a fresh face on the Hollywood scene, eager to make her mark. She possessed a captivating beauty and an undeniable ambition. Sparks flew, both on and off screen. The chemistry between them was palpable, igniting a connection that transcended the boundaries of their roles. He was the enigmatic icon, a seasoned actor known for his intense performances and unconventional lifestyle. She, the ambitious newcomer, a starlet on the cusp of fame, ready to seize every opportunity. They didn't get together until after Depp split from Vanessa Paradis, his longtime partner and mother of his children, a separation that marked the end of an era for many fans. But the connection was instant. Their attraction was undeniable, a magnetic pull that drew them together despite the circumstances. Depp was drawn to Heard's love for blues and literature, her appreciation for the arts resonating with his own creative spirit. She wasn't just a pretty face. She had substance, an intellect and a passion that captivated him. He even named a beach on his private island after her, a testament to his growing affection. Amber Cove, a secluded paradise, a symbol of their blossoming romance. Their early days were filled with secret getaways, escaping the prying eyes of the paparazzi and the demands of Hollywood. Artistic pursuits, exploring their shared passions for creativity and self-expression, and grand gestures, extravagant displays of love and affection that painted a picture of a fairy tale romance. Friends described them as intensely passionate, a blend of rebellious, a shared defiance of convention and expectation, rock and roll energy, a whirlwind of excitement and unpredictability. They turned heads on every red carpet, their presence commanding attention and sparking endless speculation, exuding mystery and glamour. A captivating couple seemingly destined for a lifetime of happiness, engagement in 2014, a dazzling ring and a promise of forever, wedding in 2015 on that Bahamian island, a private ceremony surrounded by loved ones, a picture-perfect celebration of their love. It looked like a fairy tale ending, the culmination of a passionate romance, a dream come true. But it was just the beginning of a very public, a relentless media frenzy that would expose every detail of their lives. Very different chapter, a descent into darkness, a story of accusations, allegations, and a bitter legal battle that would shock the world. The vows were exchanged, the cake was cut, and the honeymoon ended fast. Cracks appeared quickly. Rumors of arguments, jealousy, and a lifestyle too wild even for Hollywood. Friends painted conflicting pictures, but one thing was clear. Domestic bliss was not the phrase for the Depp-Heard household. The passion that drew them together turned volatile and destructive. In May 2016, Heard filed for divorce and a restraining order arriving at court with a visible bruise. She alleged domestic abuse, and suddenly, this wasn't just another celebrity split, it was a bombshell. Depp's team denied the allegations, claiming Heard was after money. The public battle of narratives had begun, and the fairy tale was officially over. The divorce. A final decree, marking the end of a marriage that had once seemed like a fairy tale. The legal documents were signed, the vows broken, and the rings removed. It was a definitive end, or so it seemed at the time. Little did anyone know, this was just the beginning of a long and arduous legal saga. The initial split was only the first act in a drama that would play out on a global stage, captivating audiences and dominating headlines for years to come. And restraining order. A protective measure, sought amidst allegations of abuse and misconduct. The legal system intervened, attempting to create a safe distance between the two parties. This order symbolized a deep fracture, a relationship irrevocably damaged. It was a clear indication that the separation was not amicable, and that serious concerns were at play. The restraining order added another layer of complexity to the already tangled web of their dissolving marriage. In May 2016 kicked off a marathon of drama. The initial filings, the accusations, and the counter-accusations began to surface. The media picked up the scent, and the story quickly spiraled into a full-blown spectacle. Court appearances became public events, and every detail of their personal lives was dissected and scrutinized. May 2016 marked the starting line of a legal race that would test the endurance of everyone involved. There was the infamous Australia incident, a bizarre chapter in the unfolding drama. Depp's severed fingertip, a gruesome detail that emerged amidst the chaos. The circumstances surrounding the injury became a point of contention, with conflicting accounts and accusations flying. Wild accusations, each more shocking than the last, filled the headlines. The tabloids feasted on the scandal, sensationalizing every allegation and fueling the public's fascination. And messages written in blood. Disturbing images and reports painted a picture of a relationship spiraling out of control. The dog smuggling saga, a seemingly minor infraction that became a major embarrassment. Amber brought Pistol and Boo into Australia illegally, bypassing quarantine regulations and sparking a diplomatic incident, leading to a bizarre apology video. The couple was forced to record a public service announcement, expressing remorse for their actions in a surreal and awkward display. The divorce settled in August 2016, a moment of apparent resolution after months of turmoil. Heard received $7 million, a significant sum that would later become a subject of intense scrutiny. Pledged to charity, a promise that was intended to demonstrate goodwill and a commitment to social causes. A pledge that would later be scrutinized. Questions arose about whether the donations were actually made, and the details of the pledge became a key point of contention in subsequent legal battles. For a moment, a brief respite from the storm, it seemed over. The public hoped that the drama had finally come to an end, and that both parties could move on with their lives. They released a joint statement, a carefully crafted message intended to convey a sense of closure and mutual respect about their intensely passionate relationship. The statement alluded to the complexities of their bond, hinting at the highs and lows that had characterized their time together. But peace was short-lived. The underlying tensions and unresolved issues remained, simmering beneath the surface. In December 2018, the calm was shattered. Heard wrote a Washington Post op-ed, reigniting the conflict and setting the stage for a new round of legal battles, about being a public figure representing domestic abuse. The article detailed her experiences and advocated for the rights of survivors, positioning herself as a voice for those who had suffered in silence. She didn't name Depp, maintaining a degree of plausible deniability, but everyone knew. The implication was clear, and the public quickly drew their own conclusions. Depp saw it as a direct attack, a deliberate attempt to damage his reputation and undermine his career, on his reputation and career. He felt that the op-ed had effectively branded him as an abuser, leading to lost opportunities and professional setbacks. The stage was set for legal battles that would captivate the world. The stakes were high, and the consequences would be far-reaching for both parties involved. The I don't had turned into I sue. The gloves were off, and the legal war had officially begun. The chaos was just beginning. What followed was a whirlwind of accusations, testimonies, and legal maneuvering that would keep the world on the edge of its seat. The world was about to witness a legal showdown like no other. The courtroom became a battleground, and the media turned it into a global spectacle, and nobody could look away. The drama was too compelling, the stakes too high, and the characters too captivating. The world was hooked, eager to see how the story would unfold. Amber Heard's 2018 op-ed in the Washington Post, where she identified as a public figure representing domestic abuse, ignited a powder keg. Though she never mentioned Johnny Depp by name, the implication was clear, and the fallout was swift. Depp, vehemently denying the allegations, first sought legal recourse in the UK, suing the Sun newspaper for libel after they branded him a wife-beater. This case would set the stage for an even more explosive legal battle to come. The 2020 trial in London was a brutal, no-holds-barred public airing of their darkest moments, a deep dive into the most intimate and disturbing aspects of their relationship. The world watched as accusations flew and reputations hung in the balance. Both Depp and Heard took the stand, offering their own accounts, revealing disturbing details. physical altercations, instances of alleged violence that painted a grim picture of their tumultuous marriage, substance abuse, with both parties admitting to struggles with addiction, further complicating the narrative, and accusations from both sides, creating a he-said-she-said dynamic that captivated and divided public opinion. The UK judge ultimately ruled against Depp, siding with The Sun. He deemed the newspaper's claims substantially true, a devastating blow to Depp's legal efforts and public image. Depp lost roles, including his iconic part as Captain Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. His reputation suffered immensely, with many questioning his character and fitness for leading roles. But Hollywood loves a sequel, and Depp wasn't ready to let the story end there. Enter the U.S. defamation trial in Virginia, 2022, a new arena for the same bitter conflict. Depp sued Heard for $50 million, alleging that her op-ed had damaged his career and reputation. Not to be outdone, she countersued for $100 million, claiming that Depp's legal team had defamed her by calling her allegations a hoax. This time, unlike the UK trial, it was televised, a decision that would dramatically alter the course of the proceedings and its impact on the public. Every tear, every grimace, every emotional outburst was captured for the world to see. Every bizarre testimony, every awkward moment, every piece of evidence was broadcast live, unfiltered to a global audience. The world watched, dissected, analyzed, and judged every aspect of the trial, and memed every moment, turning the serious legal proceedings into fodder for internet jokes and viral trends. It was less order in the court, a traditional pursuit of justice and truth, and more grab your popcorn, a sensationalized spectacle playing out in real time. The legal drama had become a global spectacle, blurring the lines between courtroom and reality television. The stakes were higher than ever, not just for Depp and Heard, but for the very notion of justice in the age of social media. And the world couldn't look away, captivated by the unfolding drama and its implications for celebrity abuse and the power of public opinion. The US trial was a masterclass in making private pain public. Depp's team painted Heard as a manipulative abuser. Heard's team portrayed Depp as a violent addict. Audio recordings, witness testimonies, and uncomfortable details, like the infamous Amber Turd incident, became internet fodder. Depp's side brought out staff, police, and even Kate Moss to debunk rumors. Heard's team presented photos, texts, and emotional testimony about alleged abuse. The courtroom became a theater of the absurd. Muffins, alpacas, and wild accusations. Every day brought new, outlandish claims. The gory details were served up with a side of celebrity spectacle. It was impossible to look away, even when you wanted to. While lawyers battled in court, a bigger war raged online. Social media exploded. TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, everyone had a verdict before the jury did. #Justice for Johnny Depp trended worldwide. Fans celebrated his every move. Heard faced relentless online vitriol, mocked, scrutinized, and often dismissed. Her supporters were drowned out by the pro-Depp wave. The trial exposed deep societal biases and the power of internet stan culture. Hollywood mostly stayed silent, wary of the fallout. The case forced tough conversations about abuse, #Me Too, and due process. It also revealed Hollywood's hypocrisy, quick to champion causes, slow to confront its own mess. The fallout was massive, and everyone was on edge. After 6 weeks, the jury finally deliberated. The world watched, refreshing Twitter every second. On June 1, 2022, the verdict: Depp won. Heard had defamed him, and he was awarded millions. Heard won $2 million on a counterclaim, but the public saw it as Depp's victory. Depp said the jury gave him his life back. Heard called it a setback for women. The internet exploded. Memes, think pieces, and fierce debates. Was this a backlash against #Me Too, or just a jury believing Depp? The drama wasn't over. The ripple effects would last. The world had chosen sides, and the story was far from finished. Looking back, what did we learn from the Depp-Heard saga? When love goes sour in Hollywood, it goes nuclear. The case showed the power of public perception in the age of social media. Millions became armchair detectives and legal experts overnight. It raised tough questions about abuse, truth, and the complexity of relationships. The saga forced us to confront that these stories are rarely black and white. Fame and fortune don't insulate anyone from heartbreak or messy legal battles. Sometimes there are no winners, just public exposure and personal cost. The drama was compelling, but maybe some things are better left undiscussed over dinner. But let's be honest, you've got an opinion. Whose story did you believe?